I might be kicked out of YouTube for this. Halloween is coming. Yeah, I'm on it. Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Kat and I make videos about books, writing and other random things living rent-free in my neurodivergent brain. Today I'm doing the cozy autumn book tag, and I think it's the perfect day to film this. It's a very autumnal, gloomy day. It was beautiful this morning, like blue sky, warm temperatures, but now it turned completely and it's all grey and rainy and yeah, very gloomy. I'm not really a fall girly, to be honest. I love all seasons. I see the pros and cons in each one. So fall, I love fall, but it's not a particular favorite. And I have memories from childhood when I really didn't enjoy that season because I had to walk to the train station to go to school every day, and the floor would be covered in fallen autumn leaves. And because it was raining quite often, the floor was always very slippery, and I was always scared to fall on the street. And so because of that, I really dreaded autumn. But now I've learned to appreciate it. I really enjoy watching the beautiful leaves, colors and all of that. But yeah, I'm not super hardcore. I don't do a lot of specifically autumnal activities or things like that. So we will see that in this tag, but I will do my best to bring on my autumn vibes, and I did what I could with the decor. It's more Halloween than really autumn, but that's all I have. So that will have to do, and I hope you enjoy this little upgrade to the decor for this video. So I was tagged to do this by Chelsea at Books and Lattes, and I think she has the perfect YouTube channel name for autumn. I think it's the perfect vibe. So I will link her video down below if you want to check it out. I really recommend it. And this tag was originally created by The Book Bell, which is another YouTube channel that I really like, and she also recently posted some videos around autumn and all that good stuff, so I will link that below as well. All right, let's dive in. So the first question is, what book always reminds you of fall or autumn? I won't be very original here. For me, I would say the Harry Potter series, because each book starts at the beginning of a new school year, and for me that period really brings the fall imagery and the fall vibe of just like going back to school. So that's the reason why, and that's the first book that comes to mind for me when I think of this season. What is your favorite autumnal book cover? So I have two, and interestingly they're quite similar in their color scheme. So we have The Book That Wouldn't Burn by Matt Lawrence, which is a very thick fantasy novel, the first of a series, and I really like the cover. I think it's really stunning with like all the gold and the picture of that library with the brown tones. For me, fall evokes that kind of retreating feeling of just like cozying up in a library or in a bookshop and enjoying the company of books in the warmth under a blanket if possible and all that. So this library isn't really that vibe in the book, but I think the cover really gives that kind of sort of coziness and grandiosity image with, again, like the color scheme feels very autumnal to me. The second one is An Enchantment of Ravens by Margaret Rogerson. This is a standalone fantasy, and again, I think it's a gorgeous, gorgeous cover with kind of the silvery foil, again, those colors in like the browns, the gold, a little bit of orange, and you see kind of the crow's feathers that are kind of swirling around remind me of fallen leaves in autumn. So I think it's very fitting for this season. What is your favorite autumnal drink to read with? So I might be kicked out of YouTube for this, but I don't drink tea nor coffee. I just don't like it. Tea for me just tastes like barely flavored hot water, which isn't great. And coffee, I never learned to love the taste. It still tastes very bitter to me, and I tried a few times to drink it, but I just can't. I just really don't like it, and I'm not the kind of person who will force myself to consume something until I like it. So I don't drink wine either, for example, and I live very well without it, to be honest. So kind of the warm drink that would fit for autumn would be hot chocolate. That would be kind of my pick. And maybe a little bit more random is this Japanese tea. Actually, it's not really tea, but like, okay, it's complicated. It's mushroom tea, which sounds like something quite controversial, but it's really not. It tastes more like vegetable broth, but it's very good. Like, I really like it. It has a savory taste, and it's something that I tried when I was traveling in Japan about 10 years ago. I don't remember the name of the place, but I will find it and write it down. And basically we had a tour guide taking us around, and she showed us this tea and made us taste. And when she told us that it was like mushroom tea, even though it's not really tea, I was very skeptical and kind of reluctant to try it. But it's actually delicious, and so I've been very mindful of my consumption because I'm not sure I would be able to find it again. So I've had this for years and years. I asked that guy to ship some of it to me a few years after that trip. So I still have some, but I'm very, again, mindful of consuming it and like making it last, because when it runs out, I think it's gonna be gone, and I don't know if I would ever put my hands on it again. So yes, that's my special autumn treat. Do you prefer to read late at night or early in the morning? A little bit of both, to be honest. I'm really not a morning person, but I think that there is nothing more luxurious than waking up, staying in bed and reading. I just love it. I don't do it nearly as often as I should and as I would like, but this is a good reminder for me to do that more often, especially now that, again, the season is lending itself to cozying up and doing those kind of activities. So I really love reading in the morning, but again, I'm not a morning person, so it's not going to be very early. And I also love to read in the evening. That's usually when I do most of my reading anyway. Halloween is coming. Yeah, I'm on it. What is your favorite spooky read? So I don't read thrillers or horror books. It's really not my vibe. I'm just too sensitive for it. And I don't really like gory, violent stuff. So I think it would have to be some kind of gloomy fantasy. So like, I would love a fantasy read with kind of those autumnal vibes. I don't have a specific title in mind. So if you have recommendations for me, please put them in the comments, because I really need that. But yeah, I think that would be the vibe that I would go to. So not really spooky, but I just pick up books that I think I'm gonna enjoy. And so yeah, spooky is not really my thing. What is the ultimate comfort read for you? It's funny because just the other day I was watching one of Hannah's videos from the Hannah's Stories YouTube channel, and it was a video about what to read if you're stressed, and kind of her sharing her comfort reads and also some comfort movies as well. And she was saying that for her, a comfort read is often something that she rereads, because then she knows what's going to happen, and she won't be surprised, she won't be disappointed. It's going to be something that she enjoys, and she can just relax into it. And I very much agree with that, and that made me realize that I don't, well, not really realize, I already knew that, but it just confirmed that I need to reread more. I don't do it very often, but when I do it, I'm generally happy to be doing it. So I'm actually going to be rereading the first book of the Mirror Visitor series this month as a buddy read with Steph Morgan, and I'm very excited about it. I really love this book, and so I think that could be a big comfort read for me this month. So I'm looking forward to seeing if it still lives up to my memory of it. But yeah, it's a very lovely read, so I'm excited. What is your favorite autumnal reading snack? I don't really have a seasonal snack, but something that I love to bake in autumn is a almond pear pie, because that's when they're in season, and it's just delicious. I will insert a picture somewhere, and yeah, I need to do it again this year. I just love that pie so much. It's so tasty, so comforting and wholesome. I just love it. What is your favorite autumnal candle to burn whilst reading? I don't have a specific one for autumn, but I do love the Woodwick candles, so that brand, because when you light them, they have a special wick, I think it's called, that makes a little crackling sound, so it adds an auditory ambience as well, which is really lovely, and the smells are delicious. This one is tonka and almond milk, and it's very, very decadent and very sweet, and just a gorgeous smell. Another one I had in the past was smoked walnut and maple, and it was amazing. I absolutely recommend this one. It was just a fantastic smell. I loved it, and it was perfect for fall. When you're not reading, what is your favorite autumnal activity? Very basic, but probably cozying up on the sofa with my husband to watch a movie or a TV show wrapped in a blanket with some snacks to grab on the go. Yeah, that sounds like a good plan. And the final question is, what is on your autumn/fall reading list? I just made a video about my October TBR, but it's not a seasonal one. I don't really have a seasonal specific read that I want to do. Again, if you have good fantasy recommendations with fall vibes, I'm very, very interested. Please put them in the comments. But otherwise, I am a mood reader, and so I just read what I want to pick in the moment, and it's not necessarily related to the season. So I know that a lot of people have those, and so you're probably gonna find what you need on other channels. And finally, it's time to tag some people. So I would love to hear the answers from the following people: my good friend Rochelle at Good Morning Dreamer, Olivia at Olivia's Pages, Kat at The Cat Bite, Steph at Steph Morgan, Anna from The Liminal Season, Maeve from Maeve Ever Books, Jessica from Jessica's Library Card, and finally Hannah from Hannah Stories. So that was my best attempt at the cozy autumn book tag. I hope I won't get kicked out of booktube for some of my answers or lack of fall enthusiasm, but I did my best and I brought the most autumnal vibes that I could. I hope you enjoy watching this, and as always, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye.